Nyojong. That's the question, isn't it? After you say hello, then what? Well, today we're going to go over some basic vocabulary and some phrases that you would use after saying hello. So on our website, studymong.com, here we have some of the vocabulary that we use, and you can go to this page. The title is Basic Post-Greeting Conversation, and the lesson's interactive, so you can click on the names, or you can click on the vocabulary words, and it'll play the audio. You can hover over it. It'll give a definition from the dictionary, and more importantly, there's some flashcards to be able to help you actually put them into your memory, those words, so that you can use them with the phrases later on. But let's just go over them really quickly. The word mbe, mbe means name. The word nyo, nyo, it's in Nyojong. Typically it means to live, to reside. It refers to location. Nyojong means live well or to be well. Toa, toa refers to coming to a place. It's the word for come. Generally it's used specifically to come to a place that isn't your home. So anywhere that's not your home, you would say toa. Next we have the phrase jae ning, jae ning, and that means family there, as you can see. Hao lu, hao lu refers to work or a job. Go, go means to study. Next we have pong yu, pong yu. Might sound familiar if you know Mandarin Chinese. It's used for the word friend. No nyong, no nyong is this word here. It means age or your life. The years of your life, specifically like age. Nia, nia means to like. And finally, hai, hai means to speak. So again, after this we have our flashcards. Now, just briefly, we want to look at a few little grammar concepts to be able to use these words in the right places. So, for example, one of the phrases uses the expression "lita." Lita together means it's one of the question words, and Sarah has a really good lesson on question words. But it means essentially how or what. So, ko be hu lita, ko be hu lita. What is your name? Literally asking your name called how or what. And then you would say gu, hu, ua, and your name. Gu, hu, ua, I am called Ba in this case, which is a name, but it can also mean toss. Okay, next section. Personal pronouns. Some of the first ones you're going to want to learn is the word for you and the word for me and I. I said it with the V tone there because I got confused. So the word for you is ga, ga. A dumb little trick I used to separate these when I was first learning. I think of ga sounding like the sound a seagull makes, and it's far away, just like a person you're referring to. It's not yourself close by, but a seagull ga, ga, ga is at a distance. So that's you. And the word for me, gu, gu. If I had a trick for that, I don't remember it now. So, ga, nya, ha, tu. Ga, nya, ha, tu. Where do you live? Gu, nya, California. Gu, nya. And then, of course, you could say wherever. Okay, another really important question word here that's used a few times is the word bo, bo. Bo don't think of it as having a meaning as much as it's like a question mark that's put in the middle of a sentence. And it's not necessarily the middle, but to be more specifically, it always goes before the verb that you want to ask about. So verb is an action word, right? This always makes more sense when you have an example to work with. So, gotcha ning nyan dao no. First of all, you could start by making a statement. So this is gotcha ning nyan dao no. Where do you think the verb is in this sentence? Well, it would be to... This is actually called a stative verb. You don't need to know that, but this is the word to be somewhere. You're located. You're doing something by existing in that place. Well, where would you put the verb if you wanted to know where your family lives? Or, sorry, in this case, it's a yes or no question, right? So you want to ask, where do they live here? So this is a statement, they do live here. Then you want to ask, do they live here? They do live here, do they live here? Okay, I've hopefully unconfused myself, and now I can unconfuse you. So again, you have your statement, you're going to put the word bo before the verb, and it's the same sentence. bo nhon dao no. Có chế ninh bùa nhon dao no. Does your family live here? So wherever there's a verb that you want to know about, you're going to put bùa before that verb to turn it into a yes or no question. And then your answer, interestingly enough, in the Hmong language, we don't have a word for yes or no directly. You respond with that verb for yes. So nhỏ would be yes. Có chế ninh. Let me scroll back up here. Có chế ninh bùa nhon dao no. You could just respond with saying nhỏ, or you can add the negative word ji nhỏ to mean no, as in they don't live there. If this were a different sentence with a different verb, you couldn't just say nhỏ, you'd have to say that verb in response, right? Sometimes when we're talking about jobs and what you do, you could say gu or itu, and then you say the profession after that. So this is literally I. Remember, this is I. We learned that word. Or means to be. It has a few meanings here to do, to be or become or to build, but in this case we're using it as to be. So I am itu, a person, and it's implied to say which, and then you say the profession, right? Gu or itu gu. This is a word for a professional, an expert in something. Ka che. So ka means to fix. Che means a vehicle. So you're a professional who fixes a vehicle. What could that be? That's a mechanic. I am a mechanic. Or you could say gu ka or itu. So instead of gu or itu, gu ka, I'm studying to be a what? Gu ka or itu gu ka mo. I'm studying to be a professional who fixes sickness. Or we could call that a doctor. Hmong doesn't have a lot of direct terms for some of the higher vocabulary words. So let's go over some of our sentence examples here. And you can play these from the website. You can select sections of it and just play the section if you're just trying to get parts of it. Of course, we got the dictionary definitions for each word, right? So, ko be hu li ja. What is your name? How would you respond? Gu hu or bo. Ko nyo ko tu. Ko nyo ko tu. Where do you live? Ko tu means where. How would you respond? Gu nyo, California. Gu nyo, California. Or wherever you live. Ko tua ko tu tua. Ko tua ko tu tua. This is an idiomatic way of saying where are you from? Where did you come from, literally? And so in that case, what we do is we have the word where, we have the word you, and then we wrap it. So you started from a place, come, where, come. It's like saying you come from where do you come. Doesn't make a lot of sense in English, but oftentimes we'll have a verb and then a question word, and then like how it started, a question word, and how it ended. And so in this case it's saying where you come from, come. Okay, I hope you're sufficiently confused. If the grammar is tough or if it doesn't make a lot of sense, memorize the pattern. Don't try to understand it. Just memorize, practice saying it, say it with people just like this. Don't try to modify it, and eventually you'll just get in the habit of using it and it's fine. So, how do you respond? Gu tua, California tua. Gu tua, California tua. Ga or haulu. Dachi. Ga or haulu. Dachi. So, what, it's at the end, but you do work what is the literal translation. What work do you do? Gu or itu gu ka che. Gu or itu gu ka che. I am a mechanic. You could say ga ka. Dachi ga ka. Dachi, you study what? Gu ka or itu gu ka mo. I'm studying to be a doctor. Bei or pong yu dao a. Bei or pong yu dao a. We be friends. And then this word right here is used after the statement, essentially, or the thought. Dao means it means can. So basically it's something that can be achieved. So we can be friends. And then finally this word all at the end, it can mean duck, but typically it means It's a word that's used at the end of a sentence to change the feeling, to make it more gentle and friendly. ก็มัวไปเจอชงละก็มัวไปเจอชงละ How old are you? Literally is you have how many years, and then la means it's completed, it's something that's done. ก็มัวไปเจอชงละกูมัวเปล่าเจอชงกูมัวเปล่าเจอชง I have 40 years. I am 40 years old. ก็เนี่ยโอดชิ You like do what? กูเนี่ยชอบดา I like write letters. So I like writing. Finally, if you're desperate, ก็ให้รู้อากีปัวเตาก็ให้รู้อากีปัวเตา Can you speak English? So you speak words English, and then question mark can. So you're asking can you, because you put the question mark before this verb, can. Gu hai lu aki chi tao. Gu hai lu aki chi tao. So I cannot speak English. So we put negative before the verb, and we have our answer. Or you could just say chi tao by itself. All right. I hope this equips you to be able to go beyond the introduction, the word hello, to have a little short conversation. And just a reminder, again, on the website, scroll all the way up here, flashcards help you remember the vocabulary. They test your memory so it stays in there, and then you can recall them and use them when you really want to. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and thank you for watching the video.